is Johnny Owen and Friends. I'm Johnny Owen with Mark Webster. That is, of course, the Noel Gallagher and the High Flying Birds, a.k.a. What a Life. And he's on, quite simply, one of our greatest ever rock and roll stars, Mark. It's a Man City fan all his life. Noel, welcome to the show.
Morning, sir.
Morning, chaps.
So, a quiet week in the world of football, Noel. What do you make?
Busy.
What do you make of it all?
Wow. What's gone on?
Yeah, fill us in, would you?
What's happened?
What was your take on it, mate, when the news first started breaking?
Well, on the Sunday night when the statement was read out, I was like, well, that's not going to work. You know, you could tell within 2 minutes that it was never going to happen. But as the week went on and we found out the details of it, just kind of a little bit. Us as City fans are a little bit disappointed that we kind of got into bed with Liverpool and United and all the other 12 clubs who've actively gone out of their way to trash our reputation for the last 10 years. We readily got into bed with them. But I think that the most disgusting thing of it all, the most laughable thing was, why were Tottenham in the conversation?
To be fair, Norman Jay said exactly the same thing. He said it's the only joy he got out of this week was Tottenham fans saying, why us?
Yeah. I was kind of looking at, when it come up and you've seen all the badges of the clubs, you're like, yeah, go on. Yeah, mate. Well, hang on a minute. I've won more trophies than them. Why am I not in it? Why are they in it?
I've got to say, no, I agree. The thing about Man City for me is you can see the work that the new owners have done there, not least of which is turning you into a super successful football club, but they've been brilliant at the way that they've the infrastructure in the city. And you'd have thought that they had an opportunity, not least of which is they don't need the money as such, to basically take the moral high ground.
Well, I mean, if they'd have just held fire for a few days, we could have lauded it over the Premier League forever. Yeah. Forever. And I agree, just listening to Trevor there, and I think as we understand it now, City and Chelsea were kind of the last to get on board and were given a kind of take it or leave it kind of thing. And I mean, City obviously don't need the money, and you can just the actual idea itself, right, is not a bad idea because the Champions League, it needs pruning, not expanding, right? Because nobody wants to watch Barcelona versus Midgetland, right, on a Tuesday night. Nobody wants to watch that game. But the thing that got football fans was the closed shop thing, where no promotion, no relegation. That was the thing. If they'd have just held fire for a week and the UEFA would have said, well, this is what we're going to do with the Champions League, and then they'd have floated the idea, but still kept the same promotion and relegation. It's actually a good idea, but they've just gone about it such the wrong way. Yeah. And it can only have come from the brain of an American, because if any person who's European would sit in those meetings would kind of have to put their hand up and say, this is not going to work.
Just a second.
Can I just stop you there, please? Yeah.
Mr. JP Morgan, by the way, that would be, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Can I just stop you there? Are you aware of what Scousers are? Right? They are the shop stewards of England. Right? It's like, it's not going to fly in Liverpool. So they were a bit stupid. And it's just been a catastrophic PR exercise for them all. But, City seems to have got away with it a little bit. We kind of backed out, and then, we're just letting Liverpool and United take the flak for it, and rightly so. And I guess, there's no greater sight than Gary Neville getting his knickers in a twist about anything. So when his voice goes up about 4 octaves, it's a criminal act.
Only dogs can hear him. Yeah.
Well, absolutely. I was kind of sat laughing at that, thinking, you might have a heart attack live on the telly. This is great, but it's been catastrophic, and I think probably the club should get fined, and that money should go to grassroots football. And we can all move on.
Just got a quick one, if you know. Well, just you'll love this. One of the lads who works on the show, Kim, he's a Burnage boy, right? In a strop this week, he sent his ticket back for League Cup final.
Protest. It was a protest.
As a protest, he's devastated.
And then 2 days later, he wants to go.
Yeah. Well, I'm going today, and I cannot wait to sing to the Tottenham fans. Super League, you know, and a laugh.
Yeah, good lad. And you can give Kim away for us as well when you're up there. I'll tell you, we heard a lot. I think what was good, we talked about the fan response that there was. I also like the fact that players and managers decided that they weren't going to be, shut up during the course of this. There was no one was gagged, or if they tried to, it didn't work. And Pep was one of the first out the trap, and I loved the fact he said, "Not sport when success is guaranteed." He wore his heart on his sleeve, didn't he, very early in the proceedings?
Well, yeah, I mean, like most things he says, he talks sense, you know, and the fact that they didn't consult the managers who were then put in front of the media to answer questions they had no answers to, could only have come from the brain of an American, because in American sport, you know, the players don't have a voice, and it's, you know, there is no promotion and relegation, and what they were trying to sell to the people was showbiz and entertainment, right? Now, we're not into entertainment, we're into sport, right? We're into the rivalry and the tribalism. Yeah. It's not entertainment. Football's not entertainment. It's life. You know what I mean? It's life.
It's success and failure as well, of course. Yeah. And the point you make is that there isn't really failure in that franchise system.
No, it's just rubbish. And, you know, it would quickly have lost its appeal. And the statement that one of Arsenal's lot put out saying, you know, the world wants to see Arsenal versus Barcelona everywhere. No, we don't. Nah. We want to see it. We want to see it when the names are pulled out of the hat, and you want to see it once in a while. But it's like, what is it like? But English people like their Wednesday nights at Stoke. Yeah. It's like we're like Neanderthals or something. It's like, hang on a minute, mate. We've been doing this for 200 years.
Yeah. Totally agree.
You know, so it was laughable. And what was more laughable, actually, was the way it just all folded. It's like when like Simon Jordan summed it up perfectly. He said, if you want to have a fight. Don't just then when people like pull you. It's like Piers Morgan walking off TV live on telly the minute somebody pulls him up about something. It's like, right, I'm going home. You know, so it's like, come on, you know, they never explained what it was going to be, and it's been fascinating to watch. But I think now the other 14 clubs behaving like scorned wives is a bit kind of like, come on, you know, you'd have all jumped on that train.
We've had this conversation all morning. I think it was,
but we'll never know.
Noel, I've got to ask you, but today, what's your prediction?
I'll take a real scrappy 7-0.
Like the Watford final, yeah?
It depends. From what we're led to believe, he'll probably put out the same team that played against Chelsea. So, funnily enough, Tottenham do have a chance, because the players that are out of form at our club are bang out of form at the minute. So, I'd still like to think we win. But I don't know. I do give Tottenham a chance, actually.
But a day out at Wembley, which is a treat in itself.
No, well, I really appreciate you coming on this morning.
Yeah, thanks, sir.
You're a top man. Thanks very much, and enjoy the day.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Cheers, Noel.
Cheers, Noel Gallagher. Yeah.